Hey everyone, welcome to week 2 as we're diving into 1 Thessalonians. We're in chapter 2 this week. I want to encourage you to read the whole week. What we've done is we've decided to focus in on a segment in chapter 2 where the Apostle Paul talks about leadership. Now, I hope that nobody's eyes glaze over, and I hope that nobody thinks, man, this is for other people, this isn't for me. This is for you. I want you to think of yourself as a leader, even if you don't occupy a traditional role of leadership, because leadership really is not about a position. It's about a disposition. One of the things we learned from the Apostle Paul, the way that he writes to us, the way that he's engaging this church in Thessalonica, is it comes from a position of humility and vulnerability. And it's only out of humility and vulnerability that is able to be gentle, and able to be generous, and able to be transparent, and able to serve them in such a way that they have what they need to move forward in their relationship with Jesus and their witness of Jesus, in their confidence and their joy, even in the face of tremendous difficulty that they're facing there in the city of Thessalonica in the first century. And if you think about it in that context, is there any of that that doesn't apply to every single one of us? Are there any of us who would say, you know what, I don't need to be gentle, I don't need to be generous, I don't need to be transparent? I mean, when you think about what leadership is, it really becomes clear it is for everyone, it is for you, and it certainly should be for every follower of Jesus. If there's anything in you that wants to use your influence to serve the good of someone else, that's leadership. If there's anything in you that you want to use whatever amount of influence you have to help somebody else take a step toward Jesus or to take their next step in their relationship with Jesus, that's leadership. And one of the things I hope stood out to you is this, that leadership is a destination of discipleship. Not everybody is going to occupy the lead position on a team, in a company, in a volunteer organization, in a church. And yet every follower of Jesus, at the core of who we are, should embrace what it means to lead, because there is no difference in leading and serving. There is no difference whatsoever in leading and wanting to leverage whatever influence we have to help someone else experience and know Jesus in the way that we do. That's leadership. You are a leader. And so the words of the Apostle Paul are not just words for people out there. They're words for us. And so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to embrace humility and vulnerability as you circle up in your group and as you talk about this. I want you to talk about the things that kind of cause you to be afraid of this. I want you to talk about the things that cause this to be a little bit hard, difficult. I want you to talk about dreams that you have. If Jesus could use you to solve a problem, if Jesus would use you to serve the good of others, if Jesus would use you to help other people know Him and to grow in their relationship with Him, what would that do inside of you? Is there a level of excitement and anticipation that begins to spark and rumble in you as I talk about that? There should be. Lean in. Let's talk about that together. And let's link arms. And let's take our next step in leadership together. I hope you have a great conversation. We'll see you next week.